Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mystery Sports Podcast. Manchester Derby weekend, probably the biggest game in a lot of football fans' eyes. In terms, if you are a Man City fan, I'm only kidding. No, I'm just joking. But it is a very big game, probably the third most anticipated game of the season. You could probably argue Man United and Liverpool are the number one game of the season, then probably the North London derby, and then I would say the Manchester derby comes next. You know, 12:30 kickoff Saturday. We never really get this sort of game really for United. It's more of a 4:30 kickoff Super Sunday game. But Manchester United host City at 12:30 tomorrow, and it's one of those games where anything could happen. It's a derby. United could turn up. City could absolutely demolish Manchester United, and that's something. What is the possibility, and what I'll go through now in a second. So we'll go straight through the last five meetings of the Manchester derby, and it's three wins for City, one for United, and one draw. The last one in the league this season was a 3-0 win to City. Haaland, I think he scored two, and I think Foden always scores, doesn't he? Them two always seem to score against Man United. Then United won. It was a nil-nil draw, should I say, at Old Trafford at the back end of last year, and then United won 2-1. Ahmad with that little dink over. I think it was Guardiola or someone, whoever it was, and then just passed it in an open net. Obviously, United winning 2-1 away at the Etihad. Then a 3-1 win to City, and then a 3-0 win to City as well. So, judging by history and the stats, you could say that it is in favour of City. And, I think a lot of people are saying City will easily beat United. And, I don't disagree with them. And that's why I've gone for, if we go through my score predictions, I've got two. My head is saying it's going to be a battering for United. It's going to be a 4-0 win to City. That's what I'm predicting. If United concede in the first 5 minutes, I think heads will just fall off, and United won't rescue it. I don't see United coming back from a goal down against City, who will just be relentless. And with Semenyo in, and obviously the news of Mark Gay today. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Mark Gay looks like he's there. Obviously, he won't be playing tomorrow, but City are in a good place. They've had that few draws on the bounce and things like that, but City look like in a really good place. Obviously, that massive win against Exeter, then to be who was it? I think it was Newcastle, wasn't it, in the cup? Yeah, Newcastle 2-0. Obviously at St James's Park. City are on the up, and I think if they carry on the way that they are carrying on, and United play how they've been playing, I can only see it being a 4-0 win to City. However, this is Man United. This is a Manchester derby. And United, for some weird reason, always turn up against the big six. It's weird. Arsenal, we were unlucky not to um, win there or get something out of that game, the first game of the season. Liverpool, we beat them at Anfield. The City game, I think it was the brilliance of Haaland and Foden, which absolutely dominated us, and we tried to go toe for toe with them, and you can't do that against City. So that's one game, obviously, we've gone. Tottenham, we drew. We probably should have got more from that. We were the better team throughout that game. It was just defensive, individual mistakes that let us down. Um, Chelsea, we beat Chelsea at home. It's those type of games where United, there's no expectation United to win, but they'll go and win. They'll somehow play out of the bag, and United will go and win against the big six and against teams that they shouldn't. The teams who they don't who United shouldn't expected to win, they'll go and win. Whereas the likes of Bournemouth at home, Wolves or something, you're expected to win and we don't win. So, I'm going 2-1 for United. If we don't concede in the first 10 minutes, we nick an early goal through Bruno or someone, get a penalty or something. We'll nick an early goal and we hold on for that lead, and we get a second playing counter-attacking football. We'll get a second, and then City will Haaland or Foden will score, to end it 2-1, and then I think United will see it out. If out of the two score lines, what I'm gonna mainly go for, I think United will win the game. I think I was speaking to a couple of my mates and they were calling me deluding and stuff, but I genuinely do think United have a good chance of winning. Not a good chance. United have a chance of winning this game, and I think from this season alone, where United have turned up against the bigger teams, I think United will do something, and I think we will win. But I'm not like saying 100% United will win. I can definitely see a City winning 4-0 and absolutely blowing United apart, ripping us to shreds. Haaland a hat trick. It could be embarrassing. If United don't stick tight defensively and work as a unit, it could get embarrassing. But I'm not writing that possibility out, definitely. But my gut feeling is that United will get a result, and I think I'm very few United fans who think that United will get a result. But just from what we've seen against City in the previous, like when we beat them, I think it was 2-0, was it? Oh, 2-1, sorry, when under Ten Hag. That was a worse United. Yeah, that was arguably City's best team winning the treble, and United's one of a worse than United team, and we beat them from a goal down as well then, especially. So, we've seen worse United teams beat better City teams, and it's definitely a possibility that United could go and win the game, and that's why I feel like United will turn up and will get a result. In terms of team news for Manchester United, so Michael Carrick has said in his press conference that there's no Mateus De Ligt. He's still sidelined, but it's been a positive week for De Ligt. So that's obviously a good sign that he could be back soon and his return may be sooner rather than later. And hopefully for United, it is sooner rather than later because Mateus De Ligt is a huge part of Manchester United and the defensive line. Under Ruben Amorim, I think De Ligt as that middle centre half was kind of like the glue really, and he just made everything work. And I think back four, Mateus De Ligt will look amazing. He played there with Bayern, Juventus, Ajax. He's got that kind of experience as that right-sided centre half, and I think De Ligt will suit this back four as well as a back three. So hopefully Mateus De Ligt does come back soon. In terms of team news or not team news, sorry, in terms of what I think the starting 11 will be. So I've got two. I've got what I think Carrick will do and what I think I would do if I was the Man United manager. So this is what I think Michael Carrick will do. So I think he'll go centre Lemons in net, Martinez and Maguire as the two centre halves, Shaw and Delo as the fullbacks. So reason why I've gone for Maguire over Heaven, and I've not played Heaven, and obviously I've played Martinez. Is I think Carrick will probably want to put Martinez because I think Martinez gives that aggression. He's good on the ball. So if United are under the caution, they need to get the ball away, or they've got a bit of possession to punish City. Then I think Martinez is that kind of guy there. Maguire, I think he'll do a job on Haaland. Obviously, it is really hard to do a job on Haaland. I'm not saying that Maguire will keep Haaland out of the game. I hope he does. But I think Maguire, the strength, the aerial ability, I think Maguire will probably start. And then I've gone obviously Delo. He's the only right back. I can't wait for Mazraoui to get back. It will obviously be the next game against Arsenal when Mazraoui will be back. Shaw left side. I've gone Shaw over Dorgu. I just think Shaw defensively is much better than Dorgu. Obviously, you've got. I think it's obviously Semenyo's another who could play on the right. So it's Semenyo, Foden, Cherky, Bernardo Silva. All them guys there. I think attacking wise are brilliant. So I think Shaw would be suit better. When Casemiro, Mainu, I think obviously Casemiro defensively brings so much to United. Mainu, we know how good Mainu is on the ball. So there's another one like Martinez that we need someone on the ball who can carry the ball out and who can play a pass. Cunha on the left, Bruno as the 10 and Buemo, obviously and Buemo back and Ahmad, which is great news for United, and that's why I think we'll have a chance. Cunha, obviously we know he's good on the left. Bruno, he needs to do his magic. And Buemo, he needs to take his chances. He had in the game at the Etihad in, when was it? I think November time. We had he had a great chance at Donnarumma, made two fantastic saves. And then Shesko, obviously, is three goals in two games. So I think he deserves the start. And no one can argue with that kind of form, really, can you? Really, if you're getting three goals in two games, you're doing well. It's over a goal a game, isn't it? So hopefully that hopefully he can continue his record of scoring. In terms of what I would go for if I was doing the actual squad, I would play a back five, but not a Ruben Amorim back five, not three centre halves. Well, not three centre halves and wing backs. I would kind of go like it is kind of wing backs, but at the same time, it's not like how Ruben Amorim was 3-4-3 style. It's more of a 5-2-3. And if I just quickly write that in. So, So I've kind of gone. It's a little bit surprising what I'm going to go for here. It's slightly different to how other people would probably think I would go, but in black is what I think will be what I would my first choice would be, but I wouldn't be the players who I've put in blue is what is something that I wouldn't be opposed to see. So I've gone for that. So obviously Lemon's in net, and I've gone Martinez, Maguire, and Heaven. I think Maguire as a centre half just gives us something there, and to nullify Haaland, Martinez and Heaven, they can be almost two centre halves. So if Maguire goes with Haaland, then they've got loads of people, Cherky, Reinders, um, Foden, obviously Semenyo now, who can just get in there. So them two can kind of obviously latch onto the players who are free and making that run. Shaw and Delo as this fullback slash wing back. Obviously, that's just for the protection on the wings. Then I put Ahmad over Delo. Well, I put Ahmad in blue, thinking I wouldn't be surprised or wouldn't be opposed to see Ahmad start there, just because we've done it under Ruben Amorim, and I think on the wing driving forward, Ahmad would be class. I've gone Casemiro, Bruno as the midfield. I know it's not the best midfield and it's not very good defensively, but you have to play Bruno and Casemiro just because of defensively and on how good Bruno is on the ball as well. Then I've gone Cunha and Buemo and Ahmad as the front three. Only reason why I've not gone Shesko and I put Shesko in blue is because I think we're going to probably play counter-attacking football, and having Embuemo and Ahmad Cunha, it's quicker than Shesko. Um, well, all three of them plays are quicker than Shesko, so I would like to. I think obviously playing counter-attacking football and trying hitting on the break. I think that's our best kind of fast players. We don't have that lightning pace of Rashford and Garnacho or Dan James or whatever it may be that we'd had in the past. So it's like I think that's the best that we can do in terms of pace. It would have been great to see Shea Lacey because I think Shea Lacey would have done well in this kind of formation. But y we don't I don't think many people will get the lineup right. We don't know what formation Carrick will play. My first initial gut kind of feeling is that we'll play something on the lines of the 4-2-3-1 formation, judging by Carrick's kind of style when he was at the club and what he did at Middlesbrough. So it's going to be an intriguing watch. Hopefully, United can get the win. It will be a tough ask for United to win, but like I said, I'm not ruling out the opportunity, ruling out the battering that City could deliver tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share to your family, friends, and everyone else. But yeah, hopefully, obviously, United get the win, and we'll do a match reaction either Sunday morning or Saturday evening. Just depends on what I'm doing. But yeah, catch you on a bit.